All right, in this video, I am going to talk a little bit about using GeoGebra to build mathematical models. So GeoGebra is a free suite of dynamic mathematical software tools that we've played with a little bit so far this year. It has geometry tools, algebra tools, which is why it's called GeoGebra. And it also has statistics and computer algebra system and calculus tools. So it's got a lot to it. And today we're going to use GeoGebra to check our answers to the TrigStar contest. Moving you don't have the TrigStar contest out, you should start by getting it out. Okay, so I'm going to go through with you how to you're going to use GeoGebra to check the next 3 problems. So I'm going to start by going to web.geogebra.org. And you'll see it starts by taking you to the GeoGebra graphing calculator. You have a few other options you could go to. Is the GeoGebra graphing calculator, but that's the one we were going to want. But we're not going to start by using these algebra tools. See, if I click here, I see algebra. I want to start by using these geometry tools. If I come over here, you'll see I have a axes and a grid. I don't really need these today, so I'm going to turn off the show axes. And for the grid, I'm going to move to no grid. I have just blank space, just like you see on the TrigStar. And I want to build a right triangle, and I want my right triangle to be named triangle ABC. And I want side AB to have a length of 86.27, B to have a length of 158.16. So to start with, I want a right angle to make a right triangle. So I'm going to go here, and I can see that I got a perpendicular line tool. Now, to use the perpendicular line tool, see how those instructions come up here? I'd have to have a point and a line that it's going to be perpendicular to. So I don't have that yet. So I'm going to begin at the very beginning with a line. And for a line, I just need 2 points or positions. So here's my line. Okay. And I'm not going to worry about the fact that it says A and B right now. I'm all done. All right. Now I can make a perpendicular line. So I'm going to choose that I want a perpendicular to A and perpendicular to this line. So now I have a right angle. I made 2 lines and they're perpendicular and I've got a right angle. So now around this right angle, I want to make one side that's 86.27 and another side that's 158.16. So there's a couple ways I could make a length of 86.27. The tool that I'm going to use is this circle tool. So I need some more tools. I'm going to click on more. And then down here with circles, circle tool that says a circle with a center and a defined radius. And when I choose that tool, it says find a center point and then enter a radius. So I'm going to use A as my center point. So I go away from my right angle. And I want my radius to be 86 units. Okay. Now I've made it and I don't see anything. That I've 86.27 is way outside the frame that I'm seeing. So I need to zoom out a bit to see 86.27. There I am. Okay. And now I'm way out here, and I want that point that's 86.27 units away from point A to be named point B by choosing the point tool. And I'm going to wait until I can see that I'm making a point at the intersection of circle C and line G. And notice this is a gray point instead of a blue point. That the gray points don't move. It's defined by this distance and this line, whereas my blue point can move around. Okay. So I don't really want this point to be named point C. So I'm going to click on it. And let's see, I'm going to get some settings here. And I'm going to change the name. Cool. Okay. And now I don't really need this circle anymore. And I don't really need that point. It's not very useful to me. So I'm just going to rearrange so I've got a nice flat line. That looks pretty good. I'm going to come over here to the algebra tools. And I'm going to turn off point B1 that I'm not using anymore. And I'm going to turn off my perpendicular line that I'm not really using anymore. And I'm going to turn off my circle that I'm not really using anymore. Point A and point B. Okay. Now, down here on this bottom part, I want a length of 158.16. So I'm going to again use this circle tool with a defined radius, point A, and now I want a radius of 158.16. Zooming out again. And now I'm going to make a new point there. A, where my right angle was, point B, 158.16 units above it, and point C, oh, sorry, this was 86.27 units above A, and this is 158.16 units to the left of point A. I'm going to go back to algebra. I don't need that line anymore. I don't really need that circle anymore. All I really need are these 3 points. And make my triangle using the polygon tool, which tells me to select all the vertices again. So I'm going to start at A, go up to B, over to C, and back to A. Triangle ABC. So I've now built a mathematical model of what the problem said to do. Analyze this model triangle and see if I got the right answers when I was doing the trig star. Trig star asked me to find the distance from A to C. Also, let's see, angle. Oh, shoot. BC 158.16. Now let's just start over.